Hello everyone, Rob MaximumRD here, and I'm doing a video response, obviously, to one Mr. RetroNick. He has put forth the question, what full video game collection should I go for? I think I'm one of the first responses, possibly the first video response. I saw this, I am subbed to Mr. RetroNick, and I saw this pop up in my subscriptions list, this video. And I wanted to respond quickly, which is why I'm using my webcam, and it's just off the cuff, top of my head. I wanted to say this because maybe I'm being a little bit it's kind of well, I'm doing this because when I think back, I have a certain regret that I don't want you to repeat. Because Mr. RetroNick, you're probably going to get a lot of responses to this, and you'll get a lot of biased opinions on what full collection you should go for next. And I won't, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know your history, or even when I consider your location, what you were exposed to growing up, or anything like that when it comes to video game systems, consoles, handhelds, computers, so on and so forth. But I wanted to just pass this on to you as sort of a little bit, hopefully a little bit of advice based on my own experience and wisdom that I've gained from choices that I've made over the years. You will get responses, and as I said, you'll get people saying, look, you got to collect this, you got to get every Famicom game, or every NES game, or every Sega Master System. I myself might say, oh, the best thing to collect for, get every ColecoVision system, whatever. But what a lot of people don't realize, again, is as far as consoles and handhelds and home computers go, the ones that we grew up with, it differs greatly depending on where you grew up, the region, the availability, so on and so forth. So, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you a definite answer here. I'm not going to tell you maybe what you want to hear, but I hope to pass on to you, even more importantly, what you need to hear. Now, again, you're going to get a lot of responses, probably in comments, video responses, etc. But I want to tell you, just my own impression here. I regretted over the years selling off all my Commodore Amiga hardware. I live in Canada, so everyone says, oh God, it's easy, just get a new Amiga. Just get a new Amiga, whatever, get a new Commodore computer. Just go online, go to, I have an account, I have PayPal, I have eBay, all that stuff like that. The problem is, most listings are generated from over in the UK, and it sounds great, but once even if I manage to find hardware at a reasonable price, by the time you add, well, first of all, if you find someone who's willing to ship to Canada, and then you add the shipping cost, etc., it just becomes out of my reach at that point. And anyways, I had a lot of Amiga equipment, 1200, 500 accelerators, Blizzard cards, everything. And sadly, due to past problems, I had to part with them. And I regret that to this day. So, my answer to you, now, getting to the point, I'm sorry it's lasted this long. I really think that you should think about it, give it a lot of thought and research and look back on it. And regardless of what anyone else suggests, whatever else they say is worthwhile collecting, that all comes from their own background and opinion. So what I suggest is you look back at your past, your childhood, growing up. What was the console, the handheld, the home computer that when you think back to those times immediately pops in your mind? What is the system that would, or the platform that would bring you the most satisfaction? Which one would you say that, see, again, I look back myself, this is me, my opinion, I look back on Amiga and I think so many games, just playing them again that I had back in the day would bring me so much pleasure. It would be worth 10 Mega Drive carts, or one single game on disc would be worth 10 Super Nintendo games or Game Boy games, what have you. So I suggest to you, regardless of the outcome of these responses, to think back. It's your time, it's your effort, it's your cash, your money to part with. So what will bring you the most satisfaction? Sega Master System, NES, Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Amiga, Commodore 64, Apple IIe. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know your background. I mean, yeah, I do basically. I know what you've, what you've put on your channel and some of your videos and things. But in the end, and see, the reason I'm saying this, a lot of people, people who knew me closely, like personal friends and relatives, they knew I was an Amiga nut, But a lot of people on YouTube or other channels, when they think of Rob, aka MaximumRD, they think ColecoVision. They think of me, that's the first video I posted, and I do love it. It's my favorite 80s gaming console, for sure. And that's more what I'm known for. But at heart, and what friends and close relatives know me for, is Commodore and Amiga. So perceptions are sometimes, they're only based on what we know of a person. So that's why I say to you, there may be one thing that you're projecting online and one thing that is the truth. And I ask you, I advise you, I suggest that you search your feelings. I search your view, your thoughts, your past. What platform would make you the happiest? I can't tell you. Nobody else can tell you. People will suggest things, most likely because it's the first thing that comes to their mind and what they suggest. So, I'll leave it at that, sir. I know, again, probably not the response you wanted, but it's the one you need to hear. Get whatever satisfies you the most. Will you get, you may choose a platform that is so expensive, I don't know, maybe, Sega Saturn or whatever, it might be expensive to get some of those more rare titles, or, but will it be more satisfying to you in the end? Maybe if you don't even get all the titles for that specific platform, but you get half the titles. But in the end, if that gives you more satisfaction and happiness than getting all the titles that somebody else suggests, then that's more important, isn't it? Just saying. Alright, so Rob MaximumRD out. That's all I got to say, bud. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video response. Bye.